What's up, you guys? Welcome to Snacks Snackers. I'm Courtney.
Welcome. I'm Miriam.
Oh, we got a good show for you today. This is a relationship podcast. We're getting all into the relationships and our snack ship. We're gonna hit some celebrities. Chloe out there getting rings, Miriam.
A big one.
A big one, girl. What you got to do to get that kind of ring?
I don't think we want to know. I don't think we willing to go there.
I might do it. No.
Right.
Right. Let me say. And then our main topic today is about the Netflix original series, The One. So that's a very interesting scripted series. We're going to get into how it matches the one for you, your one and only soulmate. Don't forget to follow us, subscribe to all platforms. YouTube and Facebook is snacks _ what, man? LA. And then YouTube and Instagram is snacks & LA. And Twitter, right? And then Facebook, thank you. Facebook we're consistent. And Facebook is Snacks fans watching us live. And of course, you can listen to us on all platforms for your listening podcast pleasure: Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor. We're everywhere.
All of them. Check them out.
So, what are you snacking on, sis?
I don't have a snack today. I don't know. I took my daughter to the park, so I was snacking like pretzels and
little snacks,
popcorn. Yeah, so I'm all snacked out for the show. I got my beverage.
Yay! I'm just snacking on some baby carrots, girl.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, you're keto, right? Are you keto?
I mean, I'm exploring keto. I am not married to anything because I've been trying to make these blueberry turnovers for the last few days, so I will be making those. But I just want to decrease the amount of carbs and sugar that I do. I'm not like saying I'm vegan.
You're not cutting anything out. You're just like,
no, I'm saying I lower them. I lower my carbs and my sugars. I'm just not 100%. And say I'm 80% carb free, sugar free.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. I'm sure that's enough.
I treat myself like
I don't believe in diet.
Okay. I'm trying to get summer fine because I didn't gain my
girl. I was just talking to my friend. I was like, it's about to be lit this summer. Everybody gonna be out because we've been in the house for so long. It's about to be wild.
We excited.
Any invitations? My RSVP is yes.
Oh my God, not me. I know I'm picky.
I'm there. I'm everywhere. This summer is about to be popping.
Is that blue you have on, or is that teal? That's a pretty color.
It's like a teal.
That's pretty. Mm-hmm. I like the
Shine. You know that website, Sheen? I don't know. They spell it weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cute. All right. Well,
girl, a lot of tea going on. Let's talk about Chloe first, please. I'm just, Chloe and Tristan Thompson. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. She was spotted with this huge ring on. We all know that they've
hold on, let me get a fact.
Okay, yeah, get it, girl.
$2.5 million ring. So go ahead. In quarantine, she ain't been seeing nobody.
In quarantine, $2.5 million. We was just like, okay, what you gotta do to get a ring like that? Because Tristan ain't pulling in that much money. To be buying
what kind of contract he got this year?
So, the thing is, it's like, her relationship with Jordan, her best friend, Jordan, you remember all the drama that happened.
She was Kylie's best friend, so her little sister's best friend, but a family friend.
A family friend. And that, to me, that makes it even more far removed.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you're fair game. Like, a friend, no, that don't count for Jordan. But anyway, Jordan still to this day, I think, denies that she ever had any romantic dealings with Tristan. But
she said they kissed. She said they kissed, and she sat on his lap. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But what was her caveat? Like, what was the reason? Like, what was her explanation? Because I thought on Red Table Talk, she was like, no, I wouldn't do that, and blah, 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 blah.
No, maybe somebody saw them kissing and that was proof, but she did admit to sitting on his lap and being inappropriate or whatever.
Because there was a video of her sitting on his lap.
So, like, you can't
really deny that.
Right.
But, you know, Jordan has moved on. She's with her dude, Carl Towns. But the thing with Chloe and Tristan is, like, Chloe dissed this girl who isn't even a friend of hers for being involved with Tristan when Tristan was involved with other women. Larsa was one of them. Remember? Did you hear about that?
Sure.
Larsa was involved. She knew him, and that's why.
Larsa knew him first. That's right, Larsa Pippen. Chloe actually took him from Larsa. That's right. That's what they do. That's how they get down. So why you mad?
Right. So why you hating on Jordan? And she's so young and like innocent. We in our 30s and 40s. Like, girl, leave that little girl alone. Like,
and she's saying that's how y'all get down, switching up dudes, like
right.
Taking people's names. Kylie did it with Black China, her best Tyga. You know what I mean? It's just all that.
It's like they switch up with the same dudes. I mean, they're all in the same circle. Allie says Jordan was too close to the family for that BS. Really? Yeah. I just feel like, I mean,
in a normal family.
That's like me and you, Courtney. Mm-hmm. If you had let's say your sister had a friend that tried to get with somebody that I was dating. I couldn't put that on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'll just be like, I mean, yeah, you know.
Your sister trifling. That's what you're going to be like.
I'm like, unfriend her because she tried to get with your man. Like, I mean, that's on you and your man. Like, you need to check your man.
Like, but that's what we're back to. So she is back with Tristan, it appears.
Clearly.
With this new ring, right? So it's like taking your man back. And he has cheated numerous times. When she was pregnant, when she was in the hospital. Like, it was.
And hasn't he cheated? That's the question. That's probably a better barometer.
You're right.
But, you know, the fact that she took her man back and did not forgive, at least not publicly, Jordan for whatever her part was in the deal, I just, that's trifling. I mean,
you know, I wouldn't be able to trust him again. Like, okay, yeah, that was a close family friend. Can I trust you around family? Can I trust you around family friends? Can I trust you around a acquaintance?
I
can't trust you.
Forget being around whoever, you can't trust him. So why would you take him back?
Allie, they've been together all quarantine. Yeah, he gave her that ring. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, he's not gonna stop cheating. I mean, he's probably gonna cheat again.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
He's a habitual cheater. So we gonna wish you luck, Chloe, girl. You're gonna be strung out, talking about on the stressed out, losing some good weight.
Like, maybe she's just with him because she wants their kids to have the same dad. Maybe they want another kid.
That's what I say. Are the Kardashians, they want their kids to have the same daddy. Well, let's move on to T.I. and Tiny. They have been in the news because they've been drugging bitches. No.
Knocking them out.
Okay, like knocking them out. Right? But it's weird. Like, you never hear of a couple doing stuff together. So if y'all don't know, a few months ago, whatever, there were allegations. The girl came out saying they had, she had been, I don't know, taken advantage of by them. And then some more girls came out. So just this week, like 2 more girls came out. Got their lawyer together. One girl said that she was drugged, like slips a Mickey in her drink. Another girl said that she was forced drugs, and then like Tamika had sex with her or something like this. So it's like the couple that stay together freak together, huh?
Well, I mean, there are couples that do it together. Look at Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein. They had a
Oh
whole
yeah.
circus going on, and she was wrangling the girls. So it's
Yeah,
not far fetched that you have a
that's
woman
true.
who's in a relationship with a man, and she's kind of going along for the ride. She's in
And
it too.
we saying allegedly. I gotta say that, so they don't come after us, man. We gotta say allegedly. We're gonna see how this turns out. They have
Like
denied. They have
okay.
denied it as like women for clout or something. Trying to dirty their name for clout. We're gonna see how that turns out.
Yeah, we'll see. But you know how I feel. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Always,
Always.
girl. It's
I
an
have
ass.
never seen a situation where somebody claimed something and there wasn't some amount of truth to it. So
Right.
people don't just randomly come up, oh, you sexually assaulted me. No. Like there's something going on there. We just don't know what it is yet.
Exactly. Time will tell.
Time.
Well, let's get into our topic. Go ahead. You can introduce it. You told me about it.
You know, this show is like, I was like, oh my gosh, Courtney, you have to watch the show. It's so good. But not only was it good, I felt like it touched on a lot of relationship questions that we often ponder, and it kind of gave a little spin on it. Maybe I saw more deeply into it than other people because I pulled a lot of like cool like relationship stuff from it. So basically the synopsis is the one is about DNA matching. So basically there's this company that purports to be able to match you with your perfect match, okay, based on your DNA and their DNA. So they have this huge database of DNA. And so they're able to match people with each other according to, their DNA.
It's like your ancestry.com, but they're using it for love.
Correct. Now, we don't know. I always feel like, because, some of these movies on Netflix is like Black Mirror, they talk about a lot of different concepts that don't necessarily exist yet, but somebody is working on them. And I feel like this could be one of them. Like, this could be something that in the future we could be seeing, like you being able to be matched with someone who is your perfect match, right? So the first question that arose when I watched it was, is there only one person for everyone? So that's kind of like the soulmate question, right? We talk about soulmates. Now, we know you can be happy with other people, right? But is that person your perfect match? And I guess my question is, what's the difference between being able to be happy with someone and that person being your perfect match?
Right, because it's like, oh, so this is my perfect match. Does that mean we won't fight? Or that means like we'll fight or disagree, but we can somehow come to an agreement? Like, what does
that mean? Yeah, that's true. And so I was wondering that too. But the first big relationship is the woman who owns the company. It's a secret that she actually got matched. And that's how she came up with the whole concept, because she was matched with her perfect match who lived in another country. That's another thing. Could our matches be in another country?
Yeah.
Be of another race? Be of the same sex?
Yeah.
I hope mine ain't.
They had all of that in there. Same sex. The white boy had a Black African girl was his match. They had a lot of different dynamics, which was good.
It was really good. So that was the first thing. But the most interesting couple to me was the Black couple. And it was interesting because it brings up the issue of women, and I say women because women tend to be the types that might be insecure in a relationship, right? Like you're not sure how that person feels about you, or
you see a lot of jealous, insecure men too, though. But go ahead, I know what you're saying.
Have you? Where they like, how so?
Well, they take out their insecurities by like wanting to know where you are all the time and not trusting the guys that you're around to just be platonic. Oh, he wants you though. Well, I don't want him, so it doesn't matter. Like, you know what I
Right,
mean?
it doesn't matter. That's true.
Yeah, that
Okay,
can be
yes.
very
And that's what I'm saying. There are
mm,
insecure men, but I just, for the sake of the show too, the
mm,
woman is the one who's kind of
yeah.
insecure.
She was
So what
very
happens is she's talking to her husband and she's telling her husband like, "Oh, I don't you want to get matched? Have you ever thought about getting matched?"
insecure.
And he's like, "No, I don't want to do it. Like it's stupid. Like no."
I'm
And
happy
she's
with you.
like,
He even said then, like, I love you. Like, why do I need to be matched?
exactly. He was like, "I love you. I don't need to be matched. That's crazy talk. This is all like basically silly, this whole matching thing." Because in the show, the whole world is basically doing it. So it's not like isolated to the US. Everybody is getting
Yeah,
matched.
it's like 10 million matches or something already in the
10
world.
million matches, and it's driving the divorce rate up, right?
Yeah.
Because even people who are already married are getting matched.
Yeah.
So this Black couple, they are married, but the wife is so insecure that she decides to, so they use a piece of your hair to get your DNA or anything, I think, right? I think it's anything
Like
that can
Ancestry,
be,
just take your stuff and send it in. Yeah.
right. So she takes her husband's hair and gets him matched. And it's like, really? Like, you're starting a lot of trouble. Then you're opening, like I said, Pandora's box.
Yeah.
You're basically like making this happen, I feel
So
like.
she wanted to know who his match was and where that lacks, like where did she not stand up to that match? She met the girl. She went and met Coffee under an alias or whatever. And then even went to the girl's house for dinner, became friends with her, joined the yoga class, like just infiltrated her life because she was so jealous that this was her husband's true match. He can't possibly love me because this is his match. And she said, I wanted to like see, if I could imitate her or what it was about her that maybe I needed to incorporate so that you could love me more. She was messed up in the head.
She was tripped out. Like, it's like, you can't be his perfect match because you're not his perfect match. Like, what would make you think there's something that you can change about yourself? It's DNA. You can't change your DNA. So, no, you're never going to be his match. But he was perfectly happy with her. But then, as, things unfold, he ends up meeting the girl that he's
because of the wife by accident.
because of the wife. He invites her to a party. It's a surprise party, and this girl shows up. And, so what happens when they meet is what people say in real life happens when you meet the one, right? They either say, oh, there's a familiarity, like, oh, don't I know you from somewhere? Or people will say, I feel like I've known them my whole life. Mm-hmm. Or some, like my brother-in-law and my sister, her husband says that he knew he was going to marry her when they met.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, that's going to, and my sister, I think she says the same thing. Like, I knew he was going to be my husband. And it didn't have anything. It's not about looks or attraction necessarily. It's just more about, I don't know. I guess it's just a feeling.
Have you met your soulmate or the one that you think you have?
Girl, don't even.
Get into it, girl. What?
Have I? Maybe. I think so. I always said, it was like a few years ago, I was like, I think I've already met the person that I'm going to be with. I think I already know them in some capacity. Not that I know them well or that I dated them, but I feel like it's going to be it's not going to be some random stranger that I end up meeting and falling in love with. No.
Well, this led me to a question when I looked at it. I was like, well, can you only have just one? From the show, I was wondering, can you have? I think you got because on what was the name of that movie? I love mafia movies. Closure Row and what was that? Bronx Tale. A Bronx Tale. That's one of the characters. A Bronx Tale, and he told him you have 3 great loves in your life. You only get 3.
So I believe in that. And let me tell you why, though. Let me tell you why. I think it's not that you're not going to meet great people or somebody that you could even be married to, but I think so. I looked up the three great loves, right? And so there was this great saying, and he was like, the first love is kind of like, it's wild, like you just dive right in. You're kind of like throw caution
Blinded.
to the wind. You're not as guarded, right?
It's your first one, yeah.
It's your first one, it's your first experience with love. So you just dive right in, and then if that ends, some people marry the first person that they fell in love with. But if that ends, the second love is a little more careful, but they said that the second love is the most painful. So that's the one where you're going to get and that rings true.
So why is it painful? Why is your drama? Why is your second drama?
I think because the second love is like, okay, you've experienced this before. You know that there could be pain, but you're still kind of willing to go for it. And then so you go for it, but it tends to be the most dramatic. I don't know why. That I can't explain, but that does ring true for me. This was the most drama that I've ever been through in my life. I think it's the one that teaches you about yourself, who you are, what you want in a man, in a mate, a man or a woman, whatever that is for you. But it teaches you lessons. I think the second relationship is the lesson, right?
Okay.
The third is like, you meet the third, that they said that's the person you want to have marriage and a family with.
Oh, really?
The third love. Because you already know what you want. You know who you are. You're guarded, but not unhealthy guarded, right? You're still willing to fall in love, but you're going to reserve your heart for the person that truly earns it, I think, is the way I would characterize it. So, yeah, that's rang true for me, which is interesting. What about you?
I always think I'm in love. I'm a Cancer. No.
So you feel like you've had three great loves? Great. Now we're not talking about love. We're just talking great love. That's that.
Right.
That's different.
I'm probably due one more. I think I'm due one more.
That's good. Yeah. I didn't tap out. I'm sad.
You tapped out?
I'm like, it's over for me, I guess. According to that theory, I mean, I'm not going to find another great love. Like, I might fall in love and be with someone, but it won't be great.
Oh, that was interesting. Yeah. I didn't even know that was a real thing. So
really?
Yeah.
The three great loves?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's been around for a while. They say you only get three. I forgot who said it. I would have to look that up.
Well, not that you only get three, but I didn't know you could look it up and they had defined what each one was. That's what I meant. Like, I just thought it was
I had never seen anyone define it either. This was the first time, which is interesting that we're doing this show. And that was the first time I found something that actually verbalized, like, why the three? Why only three? Why is there...
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
So, like based on the show, would you want to know who your perfect match is? Would you submit your DNA and find out who it is?
Absolutely. I would want to know. I'll be like the girl that was matched with the black guy. Like, she traveled across country. Oh, but she didn't know. That's true. She didn't know that was her match. She came. She had already decided.
She was already there.
Okay, she was already there, and then I would want to know. The woman who owns the company actually traveled overseas. To meet her match. She knew her match was in this place, and so she went there to meet him.
And she was also trying to make sure that it worked. That her thing worked. Right. So she's like, let me go see if my match, and she got that feeling, like she said when she first, and he got it too.
That's so interesting. So the men that you've dated that were like your great loves, did you experience that when you first met them?
That initial thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say my
Oh,
my last one. Yeah.
how
Yeah.
so? Tell us about it.
It was just like a connection. She said, "Tell us about it." It was just a connection, like instant chemistry. As soon as we saw each other, he like came over and talked and we laughed. Like it was just easy, you know,
Easy.
very easy.
Mhm.
Laughing, great conversation, and straight like, so what you doing? What you got in your life? You know what I mean?
Like, what's up with you? Why are you single?
Yeah,
What's
like straight
going on?
that, not even like playing around. Like, so you single? You single? So yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that interesting? Like,
That
I
is.
don't know if I'm the only person that finds that interesting, but I just think it's like interesting that everybody describes it that way. When they
Mm,
met the person that they're going to be with, they always describe it that way. Even on the show, the guy, like the married guy, is looking at the woman and he's like, wait, like, and they're both looking at each other like,
right.
what is it
She
about
felt it
her?
a little more than him. He was like trying brushing it off a little bit, but still looking at her. But she was like, "No, I feel like we've met or something." She was a little more stronger. I don't know if I would want to find out who my one is. Maybe I don't know because I'm
Even
like,
as a
me.
single person?
Yeah, just the scientist in me. I'm just like, I don't play with science too much. Maybe like if I'm near the end and I don't think I'm gonna find somebody, like I don't want to open Pandora's box. Like I really like organic stuff, because then
Now,
okay,
I
so now huh,
go ahead.
there's so many, sub things. Okay, he's off in a whole nother country. That's a whole nother thing. Like, do I want that in my life? Then on the show, the girl was crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
she had first gotten a bad accident, so she's about to die. So it's like, oh, we know we were matches about to meet each other. Am
Well,
I?
we gotta explain. So this girl that she's talking about was matched with another woman, and
Mhm.
the woman, they met up. The woman that she was matched with lived
Oh,
in
and I don't want
Spain.
to be matched with a girl either. I'd be mad if they was like, oh, you're gonna tell
Girl,
me I'm
I'll
gay.
be like, y'all gonna have to fix this. Get somebody
So go
else to
ahead.
do that because this ain't right.
I
It's
know
not
what I
what I
like.
signed up for.
Right. This isn't what I
Period,
signed
up
up
in
for.
here.
That's
But
funny.
so she's talking about a woman who, and we'll get into more like the complicated aspects of these relationships. Because what Courtney and I found were a lot of the characters that were matched, they were matched to some people that were pretty not
Right.
stable. Like
Yeah.
someone who, but just because they were matched, the person wanted to pursue a relationship with
Yeah.
them.
Stick with them. Like,
So is it the matching? Is it that they know that this is their perfect match?
yeah.
Or is it that they truly are drawn to this person?
No, I think it was that extra cloud or layer of, but you're my match. So I know it's gonna be, ecstasy or whatever, because you're my match. No one out there is better for. So I'm gonna run through whatever problems we have together because you're my match.
So what does that mean in real life, right? Let's apply it to
Well,
real life.
yeah, just like that girl. I mean, they were meeting up to match and she got in an accident from the airport. So now she was like in a coma. And it's like, I don't even know you, but now I got to be invested in
But she
your.
didn't seem like it was a problem for her. Like she just instinctively dove right in.
She
So
did.
like
That's a lot.
you met your perfect match. She had already talked to her on the phone. So they did get to know each other,
Yeah,
right?
they were FaceTiming or whatever.
They got to know each other. So at that point, I could see how she could be emotionally invested enough to stick by her side with this accident, her being in a coma. Like she was there for her.
Right.
And even when they were like, you don't have to be, and then come to find out the woman was married.
She's married. Already got another girl. Like, she was a big liar and everything. So it's like,
And so
But I'm
that's
gonna
what we
stick
were
by
talking about.
you because you my match, and that's what people do. I'm in a relationship. I'm gonna stick in this relationship. You know, we got a kid, or we love each other, but shit is, I don't know. I'm still gonna stick it out,
I'm still, regardless of whether
regardless.
there's someone better for me or this person is not a good person. So you
Yeah,
could be with somebody that's not a good person. So let's talk about this brother, the brother dying, the brother. So the woman who ran the whole company was matched, but she paraded around with a guy that she was not matched to.
and the reason why she couldn't be with her match is because she stole the DNA early on, so she would have like gone to jail for stealing DNA if they knew that that was her match. So she could never be with him. But go ahead.
So it was like, forbidden love, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she decides to get back with him. He has a brother, and the brother is like a drug addict or whatever. And so the brother and the match end up moving to where the head of the company lives, and they try to have some sort of normal life together, right? And then the brother is kind of corrupt or whatever, so he tries to like blackmail the head of the company to
He's a
get
drug
money.
head.
Yeah,
He's a drug addict.
So she gives him this money and he basically overdoses, but the head of the company has a chance to save him. And she doesn't. Now, my thing is like, if this is somebody that I love, don't I love everything that comes with them? Like that's
I can't love your drug addicted brother trying to bribe me. I'm not gonna
But my thing is like, if you love him and you know that it would kill him if his brother or anything happened to his brother, why wouldn't you feel the same way? Not that you necessarily love him in the same way, but you at least don't want to cause the person that you love pain by, doing something that would cause them pain.
If he doesn't overdose this time, he gonna overdose the next time. Let's just get it on out the way. No.
Let's get it out the way. That's heartless. You don't think that's cruel?
He's still going to do his drug. Yeah.
But okay, let's put it in the context of something else. Let's say cheating, right?
Right.
So let's say the drug addiction is cheating. Okay. So you know that cheating is going to hurt your partner. Like it's going to really rip their heart out. But you do it anyway. So does that mean that you still love that person, even though you did something that would like brutally like destroy them? Or because we talked about this and what love is, right? And Courtney feels that love, somebody could be doing all kinds of things to someone but still love them. So explain that, because I don't want to put words.
Just being destructive. You can have a destructive mate and they still love you. An abuser, somebody who is not just stable or whatever, and they still love you. So yeah, that's what I think.
I mean, I guess I'm just so somebody is hitting me, beating me,
Tristan Thompson,
in my eye, but they still love me.
My daddy still loved my mother. He was obsessed with a child, but he was an abuser, honey.
That's interesting. And you think it's based on the way different people show love?
Yeah, definitely. It's how you're taught how to love, probably. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's several different factors, but that is a main factor. How you were brought up in love, how
you show love could
how
be
you learn to love. You know what I mean?
How you learn to love.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it also goes into like the discussion of like duty versus happiness, right? So some people I was watching this video by Russell Brand, and he talks about people who take more of a practical approach to love and those who take a romantic approach to love. So some people really want that romantic type of love, but mostly in America. Oh, that's what you want?
I'm a romantic.
Okay. So some people he said in America, like Americans tend to take the romantic approach to love, whereas in like other countries where you have arranged marriages and things like that, they take more of a practical approach. Right. But I feel like at the end of the day, like how can you be with someone that you're not attracted to, that you don't feel anything for?
Well, those, they grow to love, like arranged marriages and stuff, they grow to love the person, you know? So if they're a good character and they're, even back in the day, the, kings and queens, they didn't love them, and some of them were abhorrently horrible people, but you either did your duty unhappily, or you learned to love this person for whatever qualities they did have, even if it wasn't.
Why would you want to take that approach to love?
Why wouldn't I? Oh, because I'm a romantic. I need to feel that. I need to feel like that's what I can't just, that goes all the way to sex. So if I don't feel it yet, they still had to have sex.
Yeah, they like how do you have sex with somebody you don't?
Because it's your duty. So yeah, I need to feel the connection with the person from the jump. I couldn't really do an arranged marriage sight unseen.
So would you do that, like that show Married at First Sight?
You
wouldn't do it? Because I feel like I would do it.
Yeah.
But not because I have because I do want that connection with someone. I don't want to just be with somebody just because I don't just want to be married. Like, marriage is like, okay, whatever. If I find someone that I want to marry, that's when I want to get married, right?
Right.
So it's not necessarily about being married. It's about being with somebody and then saying like, oh, I would want to marry him. Like,
let's build something together. That's what I want to do. Like, build a foundation together. So
build something together. Yeah. I just thought it was like such a good show, and it just touched on so many different things. Like, a lot of people getting divorced on the show, even though they were already married. So some people were happily married. Yeah. But still decided to get matched.
It's like it was the tease of knowing you had a perfect match out there. They couldn't just, like the black girl, they just couldn't leave it alone. Even if I have a happy marriage, it's just like, I have a perfect match out there though. I want to see what that's about.
You're going to see what that's about. And so to your point earlier, like knowing, like, what does it mean for someone to be your perfect match?
Right.
Does that mean instantly and always maybe going to be chemistry? Does that mean there's always going to be love, or always going to be romance, or this is someone that you'll always feel this way about, like the feeling will never leave?
Are you just in sync? Like all the time?
Are you just in sync? Do you get each other? Is there a level of understanding that you might not have with other people? Like in the show, I would say that what I felt that they were trying to say the perfect match was someone that you have this overwhelming feeling of love about. So not necessarily that, because a lot of the people were not good people. Right. But they still really wanted to make it work with their match. Like, they still had this yearning to like, no, I know this person is not doing X, Y, Z, but I want to be with them. You know what I mean? At all costs, no matter what.
Yeah, I haven't met that person yet, because I'd be married if I met them. I want to be with you by all costs. Yeah, I haven't met that person yet. Hey, where you at?
But look at the vows. The vows do say better or worse, sickness or poor, till death do you part. So isn't that what we all should be searching for? That person that we can say, no matter what, I am going to stay with this person.
I'm gonna stick it out.
But
you don't believe that, because the other show you was like, well, how long I supposed to stick it out? Why we got?
That's what I'm saying. If I was married to, I think if I was married to my person, I think I'd be willing to stick it out.
Because you know that's it. It's the security in knowing that that's your person. See,
and it's not just the DNA though. It would just be like even now. I'm saying to this day, like there's no DNA matching, but I'm saying that if I found my person, I probably would stick with them through anything.
No, because how do you know that's your person? As soon as as soon as there's disruption in the relationship, how do you know that this is a real thing or is something we can get through? Like, that's when some people bail, like they get a divorce because this seems like there's no reconciliation. We can't get back to where we were. But maybe that was just a bad time, and you would have, if you would have stuck with it, you would have seen over the hump.
See, but I don't think there's humps that are that long. Like, I feel like if I'm with my perfect match, we might have a short bump or two, but you're not going to have year-long humps where you just can't stand each other. That's just how I see it. It's like that person is always, because notice in the show, their person was always someone that they were just drawn to, like had to be around them.
But they didn't investigate years. Like that was the one thing they should have maybe delve into. A 60-year-old couple who had been together, you know what I mean? They didn't delve into like couples that have been together for a long time. Because I think when growing pains, everybody grows. So there's going to be growing pains when people change, and do other things. You go from a housewife to now you want to go back to school, open a bit. Like there's always like growing pains and growth. And growth causes a little, change is always kind of difficult for people to adapt to. So
it is, but I just think like as long as it's not bad change, like let's say this person became a drug addict.
No, I'm not saying that, but it takes the other person in the relationship still might not want to change. Like I said, you're a housewife now, you want to do a business. Like a man could be upset with that and throw his whole thing. You know what I mean? And yeah,
I don't know. I just like the show. I feel like once you meet that person, you'll be willing to do anything, like whatever it takes to be with that person. That's just because I feel like that's how I felt with my third love. Like it was like I would do anything.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, I talk a lot about, not being able to handle cheating, which I still, it would take a lot for me to handle that, but I don't feel like my perfect match would cheat on me either. I mean, I just think like if I'm his perfect match and he's mine, what's the cheating for? Like that wouldn't happen if he was my perfect match.
You have to. The world doesn't work without conflict. I mean, everything can't just be gravy all the time. That is the evolution of time.
And it has to be good, but like we argued, we fought, we had disagreement,
right?
But it was still salvageable. It's never. I think when you meet that person, it's never a situation where you're going to be like, I just can't do this anymore. Like, you make me sick. Like, I don't even want to. Like, you can't go from, like, when people get married, a lot of them are in love. Some of them aren't.
Right.
And it's like, but I always wonder, like, how do you go from being, like, head over heels in love with someone to wanting a divorce? Like,
you always wonder that when you break up with a relationship.
Like, how do you get from being like sold out for this person and then being like, okay, I can't stand this person? No.
Just like any other relationship, you're in love with that person in the beginning, the first 6 months, year, and then year 3, I gotta get out.
Like, look at friendships, right? A lot of like I've been blessed to have a lot of really long relationships with friends, people that I've known since elementary school that I'm still friends with.
But friendship, I think, is way different than romantic.
It's different though.
Because when you find a good friend, that means you guys really don't have jealousy issues, insecurity issues, all that kind of stuff with each other. You could, but if they're a friend, I don't know. Are any of your friends jealous of you? You don't keep that person around. That's not one of your long-term.
I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you don't even know it.
Know of one. Yeah.
But they're not a close friend. But
they
spouse,
are. That was like my bestie.
Was. Did you say was?
Yeah, because now it's like different. It's different now.
Now that you know.
Now that I know.
And that if that was a romantic relationship, it'd be over too. Now that you know.
I mean, but I guess you're right. But it doesn't change the fact that, like, I would still want to be around her, but the circumstances don't allow for that. So I'm saying that if I found out that, yes, I've gotten over it, I would still be willing to be her friend, but I know that's not possible because of other extenuating circumstances.
Right.
So it isn't just that, it's not that I don't want to be her friend anymore. It's that I can't.
But you're assuming that a love relationship is part-time. Like, you're living with this person 24/7. And if we're talking about a love marriage thing. So yeah, a friend that you can, see on occasion in group settings. I can do that too. But can you live with this person in your life every day that is jealous of you and jealous hearted and you think she wants the best for you? No.
That's true.
Yeah.
You bring up a good point. That's true.
Get up to the curb.
So, I mean, but then too, women will allow certain things with their man that they won't allow with their friendship.
That's true.
Interesting because
Chloe and Tristan. Like you said. Go ahead. You said it's interesting because
that's what I'm saying. Like, is that person your person if you're willing to just kind of be like, okay, I'm done with you. I don't want to do this anymore. Is that person your person, or does that happen just if that person is your person, would it happen? I don't think so. I just don't. The romantic in me believes that love conquers all. So
do you think? I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
If I love this person, I think it will last. If it's truly love,
right, then
it will survive anything.
So then you're in agreement that Chloe and Tristan should get back together, no matter what. But if they both feel you don't know what's going on between them two. If they feel that's their true love, let's assume they both
Tristan is in love with Chloe.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know, but let's assume that they both think this is our one true love. So should they still be together?
Yeah, if they think that. I just don't think they think that. I don't think Tristan shows at all that Chloe is somebody that he loves. I think she's someone that he knows is always going to be there because now she's a mother of his child, and she loves him, but I don't think that he loves her. I think he's just with her because they have a child together. And
she's a Kardashian.
And she's a Kardashian. He's always going to be paid. Like, he don't have to worry about money anymore.
Okay.
I mean, he does. What?
He's going to be kept. He's going to be a kept man.
I mean, he plays basketball. He makes his own money, but I'm just saying, like,
I don't know what his contract is this year. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. He could get hurt. If he gets hurt, it's over.
That is not guaranteed money in the NBA.
And what was interesting is you heard that Kim Kardashian became a billionaire. After her divorce. Like, what is this? How is this happening?
Them skims.
It happened with Jeff Bezos. He made more money after his divorce. How is this happening? I want to know how it's happening.
Who made more money? I missed who you said.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, Jeff Bezos. Yeah.
Because usually it's like divorce, you broke. But maybe that's for like the upper middle class, like middle class, lower middle class. You get a divorce and,
And Jeff could have sold some stock. We don't know what he did because that stock is banging Amazon. He could have just sold about 100 shares, honey, and then got him a cool, 900.
Became a trillionaire? Like,
No, that was crazy.
he ain't just selling no stock.
He came up.
He's doing something. But anyway, I just really thought it was an interesting show to discuss. So thank you for watching.
Yeah.
So that we could have this conversation.
Thanks for telling me about it. I enjoyed it. I did.
Good. I can't wait for the next season. Hopefully it'll come soon. But Netflix, they be dragging it out.
I know.
So,
you guys will like it too because it has murder and sex and drugs and love.
Everything you could possibly want to see in a show.
Right.
It has, So check it out if you haven't. We did kind of give some spoilers, but it's okay. It's still a really good show to watch.
Yeah, you can still binge it.
So if you're watching on YouTube, again, there's a button now that you can click at the bottom right corner of your screen to subscribe, share, like, do all of that. We can't do this without you guys. We love y'all. And as always, life,
love, and snacks. See you next time.
Next time.